let's say we have two lists. Let's call them, I don't know, firsts, and we're going to have a couple of first names here. So let's say Harry, Hermione, or Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and then a couple of last names. So let's have Potter in here, and then Weasley, and then Granger. Now, what we can do with zip, the zip built-in, is we can put the firsts and the lasts together to build the names. So now we have Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger. Now, the zip built-in is very special in that if the arguments don't have the same length, I'll show you what happens. So let's take the lasts, but now let's only put the first two last names. So now the first has 3 names, but lasts has 2 names. And if we use zip again, firsts and lasts, we see that zip only goes as far as the shortest argument, which was the lasts, and so we only get Harry Potter and Ron Weasley. We don't get Hermione anything, because there's no last name to go with it. And sometimes this is what you want. Sometimes you want zip to go up to the shortest argument, but sometimes this means that something went wrong somewhere. And so, since Python 3.10, you can use the strict keyword argument, and that means that zip will error if it finds that its arguments have different lengths. So if I go ahead and I build a list out of zip with firsts and lasts, and then I set strict equals true, we see that we get a value error because zip's argument 2 is shorter than argument 1. Now there's one little caveat that you need to take into account, and that is you don't get the error when you create zip. Right? Notice I wrote zip, firsts, lasts, and I didn't get the error. You only reach the error when zip finds out that there is a difference in length. I can show this to you in a different way. So I can use a for loop. So let's say for first and last in zip of firsts and lasts, and now I'm going to print the first and the last. How many things do you think will be printed before we get to the error? We will be able to print Harry Potter and Ron Weasley before getting to the error. So let me show you. I run this. Sorry, that was silly. I forgot the strict keyword argument there. So let me go again. So for first and last in zip, first, lasts, strict equals true. And then we print the first and the last. And we run this. Now notice we printed Harry Potter, we printed Ron Weasley, and after we print Ron Weasley, when we go to the next iteration, zip finds that there is still a first name, but there are no further last names, and so only then we get the value error. So the strict keyword argument can be very useful, but just bear in mind that you don't get the error when you create the zip object. You only get the error when you reach the end of the shorter iterable.